talk about Courtney and Will in this last episode of Life After Lockup. Courtney is staying at this new halfway house and she finally moved everything in, but she said she has like no privacy. The house is full of people. They got multiple people in every room. So the only time she really gets a private moment is when she's in the bathroom. So she decided to get all her laundry and take it over to her sugar daddy Mark's house. I think Courtney's starting to get sick and tired of Mark's ass with his look me in the eyes. Here, look me in the eyes. I need to tell you something every 5 seconds. And she's ready to call Will to get some easy money. But Will, he's over her at this point because she hasn't talked to him in days. Here he is thinking that she's back in jail or maybe that she's moved on. And now she's calling him back. And the first thing she wants to know is, where's my money? Like, it just feels like Courtney is just using Will, and the only time that she reaches out to him is when the money in her pockets are starting to get a little low. And it's because if she really cared about Mark, she wouldn't go days without talking to him. I bet she's probably been talking to Mark in those 2 days, but she couldn't reach out to her own husband, and now she's reaching out to him when she needs money, and Will's just sick of her shit. He was like, I don't know why you're asking me for stuff because you haven't even talked to me. You haven't been acting like a wife. And Courtney was like, what are you talking about? You haven't been here, so I found someone else to step up. But the thing is, if you're still messing with all these sugar daddies and have all these sugar daddies on speed dial, then you have no business being a married woman at all. And Will, I mean, he did know about the sugar daddies in prison, but he didn't know about them post-prison. And he's like, if you're not gonna act like a wife, I'm not gonna treat you like a wife, because Courtney says one thing and says another. Her actions do not line up with the promises that she keeps trying to make to Will. And she keeps trying to tell Will, oh, don't worry about Mark. He's not my sugar daddy. And all we gotta do is roll the cameras back from last week's episode where she admitted, yeah, Mark's my sugar daddy. And I could tell he was getting in between those legs, because you can tell he's way too comfortable being all up in her grill, touching all on her. And I could tell, like, you're not going to sit there and be that friendly and happy around her. Is she sitting here and giving you the runaround and hasn't been giving it up? Like, I could tell with how comfortable he was with her in front of the cameras that he was probably in her guts when the cameras weren't around. You could tell he could not wait to get Courtney alone. And you know how he's always telling Courtney every 5 seconds, here, look at me. Look me in the eyes. Look me in the eyes while I'm talking to you. I need to tell you something. I bet he's doing that to her the whole time that he's in there taking her to Pound Town in the bedroom. And that would be so damn annoying. Like, Courtney's really having to work hard for this money. If I was Courtney, I would have been like, you owe me an extra $100 for me taking you on TV and that you touch all up on me on TV. But anyways, Will was like, well, you say that he's not your sugar daddy, but he literally wants to bang you and he's giving you money. What the hell do you call that? And Courtney's like, you don't got to worry about him. And so Will was like, well, who are you with now? And Courtney was like, I'm not with anybody. And then freaking Mark, he took the opportunity to make sure he was loud and made his voice heard. And he said, it doesn't matter who she's with. And you know he's being messy as hell. He's hoping that will hear that, freak the hell out, leave her. And he thinks that's going to be more time for him to hang out with Courtney. And you know what that means. That's going to be less money in his pocket in the long run. But then Courtney looked so mad at Mark. She gave him the death glare whenever he sat there and made his voice be heard and let Will know that she wasn't alone. And Will was like, I just heard someone. I know you're with somebody. But he really didn't even get as mad as I expected him to get. Like, if that was me and if I called my significant other or somebody I'm married to and I was like, oh, are you alone? And they're like, I'm alone. And then you hear a guy in the background, oh, I would have lost my shit. But Will was like, you know what, Courtney? I don't know what you want from me. And Courtney was like, I need you to send me some money because that $300 you sent me, I can't do nothing but wipe my ass with it. And I really think Courtney has some kind of drug habit. She is speeding, and that's why she's going through this money so quickly, because you were just with Mark a few days ago. He's been giving you money. You just got $300 from Will just what she hasn't even been out of prison for like 3 days now. So you got $300 from Will after your release, and then you've been getting money from Mark the few days that you've seen him. Like, how much more money do you need? Like, why are you going through money so fast? I'm sure she hasn't even paid a dime of her halfway house rent or anything. After Will said he wasn't going to send her money, she was pretty much saying, like, look, what kind of husband are you? You don't want to sit here and send your wife money? And what the hell, like, you want to sit here and get mad at me because I relapsed? But what did you expect when you found a wife in prison? And I mean, she did have a point there. I mean, if you find someone in prison, then you got to kind of expect the roller coaster that may come along with it. But at the end of the day, that does not excuse her decisions. And she can't sit there and keep deflecting her mistakes and trying to blame someone else for what she did. And Will, he's smart as hell. He said, look, I sat there and I gave her money last time when she got out of jail, or when she got out of prison, and she turned around, bought GHB, and went back to jail. So it's a good thing that I'm not giving her money. And I full on agree. Because if you have somebody who's struggling, just giving them money is just going to enable that behavior. Like, if she needs something, he should just buy it for her. But I wouldn't be buying her nothing at all with how she's acting. Mark can go buy it. And she said, I don't understand why you're being such a dick to me. You won't forgive me after I sat here and I made a mistake and I used and I went to jail, but you're going to hold that against me for the rest of my life. But the thing is, yes, you made a mistake, but you're continuing to make mistakes. You sat there and you showed that you don't give a damn about your freedom by using drugs, and now you've gotten out of jail again and you're showing you don't give a damn about this marriage because you're hanging out with sugar daddies. And if you really wanted to solve this marriage and cared about how Mark felt, not Mark, I keep getting them mixed up, Will felt at the end of the day, then she would be calling him and checking on him and making sure he's okay. It would be a two-way street. You wouldn't just be hitting him up when you need something from the man. And Will is finally learning, like, sadly, I think that I was just another one of her sugar daddies. So when she was like, so you're not going to forgive me? I was scared. I was at the edge of my seat and I was like, oh, I hope Will does not be a little simp and give her another chance after all this. Because if he sits there and gives her another chance, she's just going to keep on having these sugar daddies and doing whatever the hell she pleases. But he said, no, I'm not. Yeah, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to go get divorce papers because I'm done with you because you are not a wife. And I love Will so much this season for that. Like, I don't agree with his decision to rush and marry Courtnee before really getting to know her, even when her mom and everyone else was strongly urging against it. But I really like him this season. Like, he is showing Courtnee, like, look, you can't just treat people however the hell you want to treat them and expect them to continue staying around. Not everybody is a simp like Mark. And I think that Will said it perfectly clear when he said that you are not a wife, because she is not giving wife whatsoever. She's not giving girlfriend. She's giving entitled sugar baby. I mean, when have we ever heard her call Will and see if Will's okay and check up on Will and give a damn about him outside of when she needs money from the man? I mean, if it wasn't for that, then she probably wouldn't ever reach out to him. But unfortunately, this is what happens when you just marry someone based on their performance in the bedroom, and just because you like how their hair falls on their face and nestles behind their ear, or whatever BS he told her mom last season. Like I said in my video, after that happened, it takes a lot more than that to have a long-lasting marriage. And Will is effing around and finding out. And I don't think Will is a bad-looking man. He seems to have a good job. He has money. I mean, he does have this baggage with Courtnee. But besides that, he seems to be doing pretty good. I mean, he seems a little nerdy, but besides that, I think he could go find him a good girl that's decent looking, that doesn't have all this freaking drama and actually gives a damn. But I'm sure he'll find someone eventually. I mean, Courtney's moved on and she's been dating this guy, and I would be curious to see what he thinks about her appearance on the show. But let me know what you guys thought about Will and Courtnee in this last episode in the comments below, and thank you so much for watching.